Hey, this is Tackless, and today we are on the last section of the Terminal Island full playthrough. We are about to fight the final boss. And I'm doing this on a little bit of the small side on ammo, so I'm going to have to be using my knife a lot. But this isn't a problem. All we have to do is we have to repair this, and now it is active, and it's angry. So this thing is going to work in a few different steps. There's actually 3 cycles. The first cycle, which we're about to see, is those 2 big guns are going to rotate and target me, and then fire big pods at me. These pods immediately become sentries, and I want to kill them as quickly as possible because they do a ton of damage to me. They also roll towards me rather than just be fired out. So, there we go. Destroy those 2. And we're going to wait, and it's going to send a second volley. It's going to fire 2 more from the cannons, and it's going to roll 2 more out towards me. And the knife is fairly effective for... Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Alright, so there's a missile coming for me. When the missiles fire, you have to guide them into hitting the pillars. Took some health. There we go. So 1 pillar down. I know that was kind of frantic. But, that's kind of how the final boss is. It's just a little bit frantic. Now, we can either wait out the sentries, or they'll get far enough away from us and they'll stop targeting us. Now, the core is open, but it's protected. So, we can't do anything to it. I'm not even going to bother shooting at it, because you can't damage it. And then, the cycle starts over again. And they're going to fire some sentries toward me, and roll some sentries toward me. I'm going to kill them as fast as I can. I actually created these sentries, well, I created a version of these sentries on live stream a while back. I ended up completely recoding them for scratch for the final game, but whatever. Oh, they're firing at me again. And the knife is very effective for killing them without taking too much damage. Oh, and it's about to launch missiles. We're going to guide them into this pillar. Alright. Oh, jeez. Stop it. There we go. That pillar is destroyed. So now its energy shielding is down. Now we're going to pull out the gun. This is important. And now a little handy something I added. Hit the button. Grenades roll down, blow it up, damage it a ton. Speeds the whole process up. There we go, core shielding. And now it's destroyed. And then in NES style, the whole base starts exploding. I played a lot of NES and Nintendo 64 games. Now, if you were to try jumping in here before you destroyed that core, that little thing up there would have shocked you and killed you. Anyways, here is the calibrated ion centrifuge. Don't ask, it sounded cool. There we go, we got the centrifuge, got the last piece of our ship. Now let's go ahead and finish this sucker out. I actually beat that whole boss in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Feeling pretty good about that. Now I know that it probably won't go that fast for everyone, because not everyone built the game from scratch, but let's teleport to the colony. There we go. I think I also built those teleporters on live stream. I could be wrong. Not live stream necessarily. I built them, just recorded my development of them, and then posted it. So here we go. Now, if you guys were stuck, you can just press and hold right bumper, and it'll give you an objective arrow as to where you're supposed to go at any time. So we run up to this computer. Boot process equals true. Accessing Titan OS and whatnot. Coordinate obtained. Burst teleport activated. Poof. There we go. Now we can repair our ship with 1 power core, 1 heating plate, and 1 calibrated ion centrifuge. Accept to build, and now it gives you the option Also, it gives you 100 iron, 100 Creolisk, 100 sulfur, and 100 charcoal for that. Now it gives you option to exit the game or to return. So we can go ahead and if we wanted to, we could return to Terminal Island. And now we have a lot more resources that if we wanted to, we could go ahead and finish building everything the island has to offer. Or we can go ahead and exit the game, which we're going to do. Well, before we do that, I would give people a minute to, if they want to request something, if they want to see something, now would be the time because I almost ended the game right there and would have had to restart from scratch. But if you have any questions that you want to see or anything at all, now would be the time to let me know. So I don't have a ton of people watching my stream, but I'll wait and see if they have anything that they're curious about. Someone says, game over, man. Game over. I was originally planning to have this section of the game where you would see the ship actually, like, the engine light up and it would fly off, and then it would load a separate world, and that world would be just this luscious green landscape with waterfalls and god rays and just a beautiful stark contrast to this dead Terminal Island. And that would be where you're trying to get back to. And there would be people, and you could get cool upgrades. And then if you wanted to, you could then come back to Terminal Island with those cool upgrades and continue working your way through the island. But I didn't have time to do that. Still planning to, but just I didn't have time to. Well, I don't think anyone has anything that they're looking to request. So I'm going to ahead and game over. There we go. And now it takes a minute or two for it to actually game over. I do want to add leaderboard functionality, and I think the leaderboard functionality would either be one of two things. One is I would assign a point value to every resource harvested, so that if you harvested a wood, it'd be worth 1. If you harvested like iron, it'd be worth 2. If you harvested sulfur, it'd be worth 3. If you harvested Creolisk, it'd be worth like 5. And then tally up the total value of all the resource value, and then put that on the leaderboard to see where you were. Or I would have a day counter and see how many in-game days it took you until you beat the game. One of those two things would probably be how I do my leaderboards. And holy cow, I've got nearly 100 more downloads since I started playing. Goodness, let me check to see where I was. But when I started streaming, I was at 1,417. Wow, guys. Thank you very much for playing my world so enthusiastically. I don't know if you guys probably aren't playing it right now, but I know that several people in the stream have said that they've already played it and beaten it, so. Alright, well. That's interesting. Bunch of people have copied and re-uploaded my world. That's cool. They didn't even remove my name from the description. They didn't even try. Oh boy. I moved up to 2nd place for top rated. Wow. I'm very thankful for all of the popularity and whatnot that Terminal Island has been getting. It's been a long time coming, and I'm glad to see it's getting appreciated as much as I was hoping it would. So, well, I guess here at the end, I'm probably going to end this recording and have one final recording if anyone is interested, and I could look over some of the back end or use some of my cheat codes and access the world. So, thank you guys for watching. If this complete playthrough helped you out, if you got stuck and the playthrough got you through where you were stuck, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions for the world or anything that doesn't make sense or something that you'd like to see added or something that needs to be fixed, please let me know and I'll see if I can get that working. Once again, thank you all very much for your support. Thank you for playing this world. I've put a ton of time and effort into it. So I'm glad to see that you guys like it as much as I enjoyed creating it. So that is the end of the playthrough. I will see you guys later.